Hey guys, so today we are doing another review of a DreamMix TV World Fighters characters. This time we're moving up a place on the tier list. In the D tier, we are going to the highest of D tier, which is Binbogami. I have no idea who this character is. Whenever I search it up, it brings me to this anime called Binbogami, but it has a U instead of just B-I-N-Bo-Gami. It's B-I-N-B-O-U Gami. It's super weird. So I couldn't find really any information about this character. I couldn't even find the game he is from, but it's a character. You can see he's a guy wearing a diaper. Also, you'll probably notice that my mic is slightly better. It's not shit. And you'll also notice there's barely any editing in this video. And that's because I wanted to make more of these videos faster instead of just making these kind of weirdly edited videos that aren't very good in editing wise, and just kind of talk about the characters live instead of just talking about them from like a script or from what I played of them. So here's Binbogami. Yeah, he's a pretty thick boy. He's pretty big, like massive, and that's probably one of his biggest flaws. Is just how massive he is. He's not even that fast. Like here's Simon, like, so if we make them do a race, like where Simon is literally behind, Simon literally catches up to him relatively quickly and can beat him. So as you can tell, he's pretty slow, which is one of his biggest weaknesses, but he has, you know, the normal jump heights. Every character I believe has the same jump height. Yeah. So as you can see, I got my usual subject, which is Simon Belmont. So let's talk about his moves. His jab is very weird. Like, here it is. It lifts up, which can do some pretty cool stuff, but that's about it. I mean, it can actually do something, though. Just nothing of real importance. Because launching up is pretty hard because he has no real good hitting moves. Because his nair is okay, and then his up attack is pretty good. Down attack is pretty good. But like, it's just super weird. I don't even know how I did that fart attack in the air. But his whole moveset revolves around his special move, which is his dice block, which we'll get into in a second. But let's just go over his other moves. His forward attack is really weird. It goes pretty far and can be a movement option, but like, it's pretty easy to see coming because it has a bunch of startup lag, as you can see here. And it's mainly just meant to toss the dice block around, because that's what his whole moveset revolves around, which is a little weird, if you ask me. Oh, that's how I did it. And then his up attack is he just farts at you. Like, oh, okay. There's also a lot of startup, so you can see this coming from a mile away. And it's only meant for literally deflecting the goddamn dice block. Now you see where the problem is. His moves have no other use besides moving the dice block away. I mean, the moves are pretty strong. I'll give him that. But other than that, they're relatively weak. Like, they're really just really bad. His aerials are much better. No aerial gimmick again. But his nair kind of makes him do a helicopter, and his up attack makes him like go faster and fly like a helicopter. But you can't move during this, even though you can only move kind of during your nair, but only during the beginning, before the move even starts. So it's a little funky to use as a movement option, unlike many other characters who have specials or moves that can be used as good movement options. So yeah, really funky. Okay, so let's get into why his moves are kinda shit. Besides his ground pound actually being unique, it's still really predictable. But it is fast and falling. So, why are his moves so shit? Well, it's to throw around this dice block here. There you go. So this dice block does something random, right? And can be hit all around with his moves. And when it lands on something, something will happen. Not all the time, but it usually has to hit a player for something to happen. So when it hits someone, again, we'll just give it to Simon here. It will randomly pick something, and something will happen. And whatever happens, happens. And something random happens. Oh, he gets poisoned. Isn't that fun? So he didn't get poisoned, but he got his jump height reduced or something like that. I forget what that stuff does. But yeah, it's random and it's really annoying, and I guess it's just meant to, you know, I guess easily get it onto your opponent better. So yeah, his ups. He has no up special. He doesn't even have a side special. He just has this pitiful looking thing. And then he's got that, which is super rare when it happens. And oh, of course he shakes his ass when he wins. But that is super rare when it happens. And basically, it's an insta-kill. Like, it's one of the rarest things in this entire game to happen. I don't know why this character got an insta-kill move, but okay, I guess that's just supposed to be a funny haha troll, but it's kind of annoying. And then when he uses the dice block, he just pisses at you. He legit pisses at you. Like, it's not a fart, bro. Farts don't come from your crotch, bro. You need to get that checked out. I think this guy has a medical problem. Ignoring that weird effect for a bit, like, other than that, he has nothing. That's his entire moveset. We literally covered his entire moveset. He has no movement options with his attacks. And yeah. Now, look, see, he got the Joker, and then it should kill. Oh no, it doesn't. It's not an instant. Sorry, that was my bad. It does just a shit ton of damage. But there is a excuse me. There is a chance that he will get a dice roll of a baby, where he becomes a baby and he does nothing. Let's see if I can get it. Come on, land on baby. I'm gonna re-roll. Let me re-roll, bro. I wanna re-roll. Let me re-roll, bro. Because when you turn into a baby, yeah, he also has those random options, which just do something random. Obviously. So anything can happen with those random options, technically making it better than that damage one, so you can't really say which is better and which isn't. But yeah, sometimes you'll just get this baby and become a baby. I probably cut until when I get it. Well guys, I tried for a very long time and I have no patience, so I will not try for 20 years just to get this one event to happen. Basically, as a baby, you can't do anything. And when that happens, it sucks. And since it is a 6-sided die, it's a 1 in 6 chance. But obviously, since this is a game, it's not just simple as that. Obviously, some things are heavily randomized over others, you know, because you don't want... Because 1 in 6, even though it's not that high, it's pretty high, because just imagine, 1 in 6. Sometimes you'll become a baby. Sometimes your opponent will take so much damage. Sometimes your opponent will just immediately die. Sometimes something will happen. And I think that's why they prioritize other things being random over others, just because of how broken this move can be. But only in the right situations, because it's not broken. I mean, you can continuously hit this block, but that doesn't do anything. Especially because you basically become vulnerable just trying to volleyball this thing across the stage, trying to hit your opponent, which can just shield it. Like, literally, your opponent can just shield it. Oh my god, it's so useful. So if they see it coming, they can just shield it. It doesn't matter. And yeah, that's why this guy really sucks. He's not as bad as Microman, and while you may argue that he's better than Microman, again, the tier list is my personal opinion. That's how all tier lists work, their personal opinion, integrated with facts. And the fact of the matter is, this character is very bad. But at least he can do stuff, and a lot of his moves, even on their own, even though they're meant to just toss the ball around, aren't half bad. Like his up attack, his nair, and his down attack, even though they're pretty... His down attack's really fast, so I mean, you could do this to like approach or just surprise attack. Because the short hop version of it is really fast. So I mean, a lot of his moves aren't half bad. His jab can, you know, just do a lot of damage. His forward attack can cover distance, which is really good. Like, look at that distance. He's getting some distance with that, as well as do damage. So it's not bad. This forward attack sucks, but I mean it's funny, I guess. But the worst part is that if his moveset didn't revolve around the dice block, I think this character could have been really good. Because he could have been at least a mid to maybe even a high tier. Because if his moves were made just better in general to not revolve around the dice block, that would have been great. Now that may just be me being ignorant about the character and their origins. Because I do not know who this character is. I even looked it up. I don't even think Google knows who this character is. But yeah. That's this guy. He's okay, you know, his moves are actually still pretty good. They're not horrible. And they're actually he does have good moves. He just, if his moves didn't revolve around hitting the dice block around. So he could have been way better. He could have been something more, but again, that's probably me not knowing who this character is and just not getting why they're like this. But yeah, that's gonna be my next review for this character for DreamMix World TV Fighters. I'm excited for this more low more low editing series, because it really helps me make more of these things, because I don't want to just spend a couple hours a day editing a video that is probably never going to get seen by the mass public, basically putting my time and effort into nothing. But doing small edits here and there isn't bad. I can deal with that. Small edits are fine, since I'm actually really good at that, since it's not that difficult. You know, I can do some funny stuff, you know. Smaller the edits, I think that editing doesn't really make a video. It's just how the video is. You know, if it made you laugh or chuckle. It's not really about, you know, the video's editing, as the quality is not revolved around editing. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next one.